Once upon a time, on a peaceful winter morning in Arendelle, when snowflakes danced in the air and the sun made the ice sparkle like diamonds, Elsa and Anna woke up to a mysterious sound coming from the northern forest, a soft, almost magical song that seemed to call out to them. Curious, the sisters followed the sound into the frozen woods, a place few dared to visit. There, they discovered something amazing: animals made of pure magic. There was an ice fox with eyes that shone like stars, a crystal bunny that leaped, leaving glowing trails behind, and even a snow owl whose wings sparkled with all the colors of the rainbow. The enchanted animals seemed happy to see Elsa and Anna. The ice fox stepped forward, leaving a small, shining snowflake on its paw, an ancient symbol that Elsa recognized from the Royal Library's books. It belonged to the legend of the Winter Guardians, magical creatures who protected the balance between nature and eternal frost. But something was wrong. The forest, once full of light, now seemed to lose its color. The frozen trees began to crack, and the wind grew heavy and sad. The snow owl flew to Elsa's shoulder and dropped a glowing feather. Elsa understood what she had to do. The heart of the forest was weakening, and only the union of magic and love could save it. With Anna by her side, Elsa stretched out her hands and let her magic flow. Snowflakes danced through the air, forming a bridge of light that led to the center of the forest, where a giant crystal pulsed faintly. Anna placed the owl's feather upon the crystal, while Elsa surrounded it with her ice magic. Suddenly, a burst of blue and white light filled the air. The enchanted animals began to shine, running, jumping, and flying joyfully around the sisters. The forest filled once again with color, and the ice glittered in countless shades of blue and silver. The magical song returned, now stronger and happier. Elsa smiled, and Anna took her hand. They understood that even in the deepest cold, friendship and true love have the power to awaken the purest magic. And so, the enchanted animals returned to protect the forest, happy and free, under Arendelle's shimmering snow. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and watch the next enchanted adventure. Frozen, the magical tree that blooms in the ice. Enchanted Kids Story. Once upon a time, in the frozen lands of Arendelle, there was a winter that seemed to have no end. The snow fell softly and silently, covering the mountains with a silver glow. But deep in the heart of the frozen forest, there was something no one had ever seen up close. A magical tree, covered in shining ice, that glowed even on the coldest nights. They said it could bloom in the middle of the snow, bringing color to the winter, a miracle that enchanted those who believed in magic. One morning, Elsa woke up with a different feeling. The wind whispered ancient melodies, and snowflakes seemed to dance around the castle. "Anna, the wind is calling me," she said, her eyes full of curiosity. Anna, always cheerful, replied, "Then let's find out where it wants to take you." Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf set off together, laughing and playing in the snow. They followed the lights that danced in the sky and crossed mountains and valleys covered in ice, until they reached a place where the air shimmered as if made of tiny crystals. "Wow!" exclaimed Olaf, pointing ahead, a glowing tree in the middle of the snow. The tree was beautiful. Its branches looked like crystal, and small sparkling flowers bloomed among the ice. The light was so bright, it illuminated the entire forest. But suddenly, the glow began to fade. The flowers slowly wilted, and the wind grew sad. Elsa stepped closer, worried. "The tree is losing its magic," she whispered. Anna touched the icy trunk and felt a faint warmth, like a weakly beating heart. "Maybe it needs love, not just magic," she said, looking at her sister. Elsa then closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and let her ice powers flow together with the love she felt for her family and for Arendelle. From her hands came shining snowflakes that twirled in the air like tiny stars. They touched the trees, branches, and suddenly the ice began to glow in shades of blue, pink, and gold. The flowers bloomed again, opening as if awakening from a dream. A sweet fragrance filled the forest, and the wind blew softly and joyfully. Olaf jumped with joy, shouting, "It's a frozen spring, a chilly miracle." Elsa smiled and hugged Anna. The tree didn't need just power. It needed hope. Since then, every year, the magical tree blooms in winter, reminding everyone in Arendelle that even in the coldest season, something full of life and color can grow when there is true love. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and watch the next enchanted adventure. Frozen, the secret book of the Snow Queen, Enchanted Kids Story. Once upon a time, on a quiet and frosty day in the kingdom of Arendelle, when snowflakes danced in the air like tiny stars, Elsa found something very curious in the castle's old hall. Among boxes of memories and rugs covered in frost, there was a shining book wrapped in a thin layer of frozen crystal. On the cover, it was written in sparkling letters, "The Secret Book of the Snow Queen." Anna, always cheerful and curious, ran over to Elsa. "A secret book? That sounds like a new adventure," she said, her eyes full of excitement. Elsa smiled and, with a gentle touch of magic, melted the ice protecting the book. As soon as she opened the pages, a silver-blue light filled the hall. Floating letters began to move, forming magical images and drawings that seemed to come to life before their eyes. Suddenly, the book revealed ancient stories about the world's very first ice power, and about an ancient snow queen who lived long ago and created the magic that now lived within Elsa. But something was wrong. One of the pages had disappeared, and without it, the balance between snow and warmth in Arendelle would begin to change. Determined to find the truth, Elsa, Anna, and Olaf set out on a journey through the icy mountains, where the wind whispered ancient secrets and crystals sparkled under the moonlight. Along the way, they met little ice creatures who guided them to a magical cave. There, hidden among glowing walls, was the missing page, protected by a beautiful owl made entirely of living ice. The owl explained that the book held the secret of harmony between winter and spring, and that the page could only be returned if Elsa's heart shone with true love. Then Elsa remembered the happy moments with Anna, Olaf's kindness, and the friendship that made her power special. When she thought of that, her heart glowed like the sun over the ice, and the book became whole again, spreading a light that covered all of Arendelle. When they returned to the castle, Elsa realized that the book was not just a relic, but a message. The true power of the Snow Queen is to protect, to love, and to make the world shine with kindness. And so, the secret book was kept in a special place, no longer as a mystery, but as a symbol of the magic that lives within every heart that believes in love and friendship. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and watch the next enchanted adventure.